Hey students, this is lesson 11.6. We're going to learn how to find the surface area and volume of spheres. There'll be a couple formulas that you need to get comfortable with. Go ahead and do the review here, and I'll check back with you. Alright, so here's the idea for a surface area of a sphere. It is 4 times the product of pi and the square of the radius. So we just need to do 4 times pi times the radius squared. And we'll go ahead and use that formula right away here to find the surface area of this sphere. And we'll just substitute in the radius for that. So 4 times pi r squared, and in this case the radius is 9, so we're going to do 9 squared. And we want this in terms of pi, so we just need to multiply 4 times 81, which is 324 pi. And that is square inches since we're doing area. Alright, you try that. Alright, so what is the surface area of a ball with a circumference of about 25 inches? Round to the nearest 10 square inches. So this would be the surface area, and a ball is a sphere, so again we're going to use pi r squared. And it says the circumference is 25. We need r for this formula. Circumference is actually 2 times pi times the radius. And we're given that the circumference of this sphere is 25, so to solve for r, we're just going to divide both sides by 2 pi. And 25 divided by 2 is like 12.5 over pi. And I'm just going to leave it like that for my substitution and just work with that. So that's my radius. I'm going to substitute that in here. And we need 12.5 over pi squared. Well, that is 12.5 squared. Divided by pi squared. And I'm going to, that's 156.25. Pi squared. And at some point we're going to need to just do some calculations here, but we could actually cancel the pi out here. So we can do 4 times 156.25, divide that by pi, and that's going to be about, to the nearest 10, we can round that to about 199 square inches. All right, go ahead, you try that. All right, another thing we're going to do is find the volume of spheres. The volume of a sphere is 4/3 the product of pi and the cube of the radius of the sphere. And the theorem we have here is that the volume of a sphere is 4/3 the product of pi and the cube of the radius of the sphere. So that would be 4/3 pi r cubed. So the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared, and the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So what is the volume of this sphere? Alright, we need to substitute the radius for r. We're going to do this in terms of pi, so we're going to not approximate this. We need to do 12 cubed. And when we do that, we get 4 times 12 cubed, which is 4,000. divided by 3 times pi. I don't know where I got that 4,000, but it's 6,000. 6,912 divided by 3, and that would equal 2,304 pi. All right, try that. All right, so here we're given the volume of the sphere is 2,200 cubic yards. What is the surface area of the sphere? To figure that out, we need to find the radius, because the surface area of the sphere is this, 4 pi r squared, and we're given the volume, which is 4/3 pi r squared. Okay, so we're just going to undo this. Let's multiply both sides by 3. We're trying to figure out what r is here, so we can substitute that r in there. So let's multiply both sides by 3, so we get 6,600 is equal to 4 pi r cubed. And let's divide both sides by 4, so we get 1,650 is equal to pi r cubed. And we're going to divide both sides by pi, so we get 1,650 divided by pi is equal to r cubed. And here's something might be a little bit new to you, but the way we undo r cubed is we do what's called the cubed root. So we're going to take the cubed root of 1,650 divided by pi, and that's going to be our r. And I'm going to do that on the calculator, and I think I'm going to do the rest on the calculator. So I need the cubed root of 1,650. To get that, I'm going to press math, and it's number 4. And 1,650 divided by pi. And after I do this, I want that whole number to preserve my accuracy as long as possible, so I'm going to store that in x. Remember, this is my radius. Now all I need to do is do 4 pi r squared, so I'm going to do 4 pi and x squared now, because I stored that in x. And then I'm just going to round that to the nearest whole number. So what I did is 4 times pi times the cube root of 1,650 divided by pi, and then squared that. I just did all that on my calculator, and I got about 818. This would be square yards. All right. You can go ahead and try that. All right, lesson check. What is the ratio of the area of a great circle to the surface area of the sphere? A great circle is just a circle that whose center is the center of the sphere. So it's any circle that's on a circle and the center is the sphere. So our area is equal to pi r squared. our surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. So the ratio is 4 pi r squared to pi r squared, or 4 to 1. All right, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.